Hello, everybody. We are now in our match two of the night, game number one between Moon Raccoons Black, formerly known as Built Butter, versus Team Moo Moo. I am Sajidine, joined by Sleepy. What up, what up? How are you?
Hey, yeah, welcome back to our second match up, I guess, of the night. This is powered by Elgato, so if you are interested in that, exclamation point Elgato in chat. And so now looking at these teams, I'm looking at some familiar names, some new names actually. I don't know if this is just in-game name change or if we are seeing some people who I guess we aren't as used to seeing in this server.
Yeah, that is for sure. At least on the side of Moon Raccoons Black, these are staples in a lot of our tournaments as well as in GCL. So I'm very excited to see how this is going to pan out as well for how Team Moo performs on stream for us. But this is our ever favorite map. It is Bind. And I want to say I'm excited, but I'm okay. I'm okay
Yeah.
that this is Bind.
I can't say anything about the teams because we learned from the last match. I absolutely curse anyone that I say, so I'm not making any more predictions. I am just hopeful for both teams to have a good game, and I'm not gonna curse anyone.
It's okay. We cleanse ourselves of the caster curse here in our server. It's all good in this bind hood. And we are off. We are starting everything up. Moon Raccoons over on the defense, while Moo Moo are going to be on the attack, trying to get that spike onto site, get it down, and claim it.
Yeah, and right now we are looking at very similar team compositions, leaning more towards the informational side on the attackers. And so I'm wondering how this will play off for them. I mean, I feel like we're going to get some very clean entries, but looking at the aggression on the defender side, it looks like Team MRB is going to completely go for, I guess, clearing out whatever they can early on.
Yep, that is true. They've opted to elect B site as the map of choice, already trying to clear hookah, but they're gonna take it a little bit slow here. They're gonna be welcomed, so to speak, by Killjoy utility very shortly.
Yeah, and that is going to allow a little bit of time for the rotate. I mean, but they do have sight down. All they need to do is get this elbow control, and they can have a very good round in their favor.
For sure, that is a wonderful Molly, but it is Diana with a double kill from her ghost. Make that a triple. And just like that, Moon Raccoons Black claim the first round.
Yeah, that was a very strong showing in pistol round. I mean, a flawless that early, especially by Diana's performance. You know, she just took those fights in quick succession, had it in her mind where she needed to clear, and it was very clean performance. And so now that will allow for more of a light buy on the part of MRB. And I guess it's just gonna have to be a fight for Moo Moo to kind of get what little advantage they can, hopefully get some picks early.
That is for sure. Already, peaks are coming out. Very much aware from Karuna that there are bodies, a lot of bodies on short. She's gonna get dashed through by Maddie with that classic to her head. And just like that, once again, Moo Moo will make it on site. They'll get that spike down before Lori cleans her out with that pain shells. Flowerful on the flank finds another for herself. And suddenly, we're just like at a 2v4. Oh my goodness. Diana. They'll get that diffuse. And 2 points for MRB.
Yeah, that was good performance, but I want to commend Moo Moo for kind of taking that round and getting the plant down at least because that was a huge eco round. Like they had almost no guns, so to be able to at least get that little advantage is very good for their team. And
Oh,
so now,
absolutely.
yeah, and now we are going to be looking at more of, I guess, ARs on the side of Moo Moo, and so hopefully they're gonna be able to win this fight. And now with like the bonus by MRB, it might go in their favor.
Yeah, and I believe they completely understand that since they're on the bonus here, look at how aggressive they are just pushing outside of A right now, wrapping already anybody in the shower, and it's going to be Show. She'll find one, has to turn around, but it's Diana just cleaning house right now. And just like that, A is on complete lockdown here on the side of
Yeah.
MRB.
And that's going to be some weaponry for MRB to pick up. So this will pull it to their favor a little more. But this attacker leaned towards B with only one person to hold. But Flowerful with the KJ hold might just be enough.
Yeah. We hear the teleportations coming over, and are they going to select this site? No, they're going to take it all the way to the other side. It is a travel here with Diana, though, picking up her third. She is building herself up to be the raid boss in this match, but that spike, again, going down for Team Moo Moo over on the other side of the map.
One enemy remaining.
Oh.
Yeah. Karuna's positioning
Karuna.
makes her... Yeah.
And now it's all up to Maid. She's gonna have to face 4 here with all of this utility. Just like that. MRB locks another round in.
Yeah, and I feel like Moo Moo is being very smart about their calling. You know, they've been, I guess, a bit more careful about choosing which site to plant. They didn't really want to commit to that B site when it was such a quick rotate, and that was a very good call on their part. But when it comes to the gunfights, I don't think they're really taking as many as they could, Saj.
That is true. It's gonna be... Given they're opting for SMG's light armor right here, I'm curious if they're going to change up the way they push onto side a little bit, but they're cautious. They have to be a little bit traumatized after last round's aggressive play by MRB.
And so this aggression will be leaning more towards the B side with a little bit of pestering on A.
Ooh, good early pick from Cho, but Panini, with that collateral to the face, gets herself 2, and she'll just fall back, and just like that, it's a 4v3.
Yeah, but they do still have Spike, so all hope is not lost. They can hope to take this. And I'm wondering right now if they're going to be able to kind of at least get the plant down, because that's what I'm hoping for right here.
Ooh, they're gonna make an attempt with lockdown, trying to open up B site here, waiting it out, but Lori, just sitting from the borders, will find rotisserie chicken and will eventually get detained. But look at this. Moo Moo not falling for it. They're gonna take the spike all the way to the other side, but Diana already here, camping it out, very much aware they've made that rotation.
Yeah, and Diana's been a powerful fragger, and we see that playing out right now. Just quickly falling to her hands. And I think that that's just up to, I guess, Diana performing very well right now. I mean, she's been absolutely securing rounds for Team MRB. Not to mention, it's just a lot of pressure being placed at once. Moo Moo doesn't have a safe time to be able to kind of execute. They're facing problems at every corner, and so now I don't know, what do you think can be done, Saj?
Yeah, it's really up to Moo Moo to try and dictate the pace here, try to salvage this side of the map, because at the half you're gonna have to deal with MRB with their 3 duelists pushing onto your site, and it just kind of comes down to trying to get a couple points to even things out here for them.
And so now look at this shower aggression. It's just a quick Western standoff. Oh, winning the fight though.
Yeah, that is such a coordinated pick at the price of that ultimate orb.
Yeah, and so that is gonna bring a 4-3 advantage going towards MRB. And Spike still is not anywhere near a site. It's just they're kind of picking around and trying to get a feel for sites, but right now it's not coming easy to them.
Yeah, it's a little hard to, given that how Diana has been also just jumping back and forth. You just don't know which site she's playing in. And at this point, you kind of want to decide that that's the site you want to avoid. And yet here she is again. Wherever they are, Maid will pick up one. It's a 2v3, but they have coming down to 10 seconds left on that clock. They need to get that spike down, but it doesn't matter. They can't even get in. And it's now 5-0 for Moon Raccoon's Black.
I feel like there's a lot of hesitation, but there's not really much you can do when it's just very strong holds on the defender's part. And I mean, looking at this right now, it's gonna take a lot for the tides to kind of swing into Moo Moo's favor, because looking at this, MRB is sitting on a lot of cash right now. Meanwhile, Moo Moo's kind of looking for scraps at the moment, trying to get whatever little they can, but it's gonna be an uphill battle so far.
Yep, that is true. And part of me, I would like to see maybe right now the attempt to default or picks on the sides of Moo Moo hasn't really been panning out, and they kind of just need to overwhelm a push probably onto site. So they do make it here. That spike is going down. Maddie will find one. It is a 4v4 with that spike now ticking away.
Yeah, but we do have two defenders up coming through the flank and in showers, so they can take these fights.
That is true. Karuna, with her run it back, will try to see if she can pick something out here, but it is Lori and Flowerful are the ones respectively doing it. Maid will grab that rifle, picks one, gets another, is trying to spam for that spike, not able to connect. Will fall after the defuse, and that is 6-0 so far for Moon Raccoon's Black.
Yeah, and that was just Moon Raccoon's Black, very smart about smoking the bomb off and kind of making sure that it's at least a little harder to kind of try and defend that. Because once it's smoked off, you just have to depend on pings, which aren't quite correct all the time. You know, it's a little tricky sometimes. And so 6-0 round with only 2 ults up on Moo Moo's part. It's going to be, again, uphill battle, but even more so when you have 3 very offensive ults on MRB's side. And looking at this...
That is a rush on Lori. Not able to connect, though, but just the hyper-aggression that they are playing onto A site. That lockdown is going to be answered back by MRB's own, and everybody's just gonna kind of posture outside of their borders. Diana, though, will pop that Empress on the flank already. Connects with one. She wants more. Laughs it off. Finds the head of Alita. And that spike in control. Lori picks it up. Flawless round again for Moon Raccoon's Black.
And looking at that round, you know, so many KJ ults went down. I'm surprised we didn't see a Hunter's Fury pop out there too, because it was up for, I guess, availability. But I don't think they were able to kind of sniff out where the ult was, and so they didn't feel like it would get the proper usage. I'm not quite sure, but that will be, again, another round for MRB. And so I don't... This is kind of interesting because this is just such a quick advantage, but this is a defender-sided map, Saj.
Yeah. Maid opens it up, tries to see if she can connect with that Hunter's Fury, but nobody's home in lamps. Instead, they are flanking. Very much aware so that they're gonna peek, but it's just slight tags on either side. And again, it's Moo Moo probably just feeling very sandwiched here. Do a double peek for Diana, but they do the same. And bodies are dropping already for Moo Moo, and it's all up to Cho.
Yeah, Cho's all alone, and they will be caught out. They hear Cho.
She has to fall back. She is just getting pushed so hard here. Will find one more for herself, but again, it is Diana. 17-1 and 8-0 for Moon Raccoon's Black.
Yeah, she's just winning gunfights. She's just performing very well. And so what do you think can be done in a situation where a player is performing like that well? How do you shut them down?
Well, they're very much aware, Moo Moo, that they are getting pushed so hard, and they have not punished it yet. They've lost the trades when they try to punish them outside of showers, but I think they need to just barrel down a site together as 5 as they're getting flanked. At least that's what I would do in my lowly suggestion here, but they're opting for defaults, and I think you need to be winning the gun battles if you want to keep playing like this.
Absolutely. So now, again, we're seeing that default right now, and it's just leading to a lot of time being spent to kind of get a feel for it, but it's not coming to them.
Yeah.
Cho does
Very, costly for her, though. She's now sitting at 9 HP and no Sage in sight or Sky to heal her up, and that has to feel a little rough.
And again, they're slowly getting picked off, so they're gonna have to meet this aggression with. I mean, it's 4-4 right now, but now it's not.
Yeah, just like that, Spike is lost in Gardens, but it's a 2v3. Make that a 2v2. Cho manages to find another with still very little HP, though, on both sides, but no Spike control, and they have 10 seconds left to get that down. Triple kill for both.
Spike down B.
Oh no!
No
She just
time.
missed it by a second. That feels so bad, and just like that, Karuna gonna run off, securing another round for Moon Raccoon's Black.
And that was a round where they got some really good frags out. I mean, they picked off Diana, they picked off Lori. Those were fights that they could have won, but it's just all in such a small time frame that they really couldn't profit off of it, you know?
Yeah.
Right now, we are looking at very mixed buys on Moo Moo's side, and so this looks like it could be an MRB advantage, but don't quote me on that because I can't make predictions.
And you have to just play through the advantage of the split buys. If you're running with SMGs, then you need to power through, get that trade. And that's just what they do here, you know? And it's a one-woman advantage for now as they take over site at B.
Yeah, and we do have 2 ults up, which could be very impactful for kind of flushing out people. I mean, Ray's ult is a lot of applications, and one of them is in this situation.
That is for sure. Maddie hears all that ruckus. Will dodge Karuna. Ooh. Lori will find rotisserie chicken back there. Will connect with her pain shells as well. Just like that. Number advantage now in favor of MRB. And that Spike, they're just gonna stick it. Pros don't fake.
Pros don't
And it's a
fake.
10-0.
Yeah, and I think they were playing for lineup, but it just didn't hit. That could have been a good round for them, but they chose to play it safely, which I commend, because those are fights you don't want to take when you can get every little advantage you can. And it was just unfortunate, I guess.
Yeah. There was just a little bit, like, you know, the ultimates were just like a little bit, like an inch off here, centimeter off there.
And so that will pull us to 10-0. And now we're looking a bit more towards less of a default, more of a split B push, which I was kind of hoping for, but they are going to be meeting a lot of people behind.
Oh, yeah. That is constantly the flank, so they need to either get in or get out of dodge. With those trades, though, 3v3, are they going to commit here? That Spike already made its way onto site, but Lori on the flank grabs herself a
One
kill.
enemy remaining.
And just like that, this is a very, very sad sandwich at 11-0. Moon Raccoon's Black just running away with this game.
Last round in the half.
Yeah. 11-0 on the bind map, you know. I mean, they are on defenders, but at this point, it just doesn't look good. And maybe I'm making predictions so that I hope Moo Moo wins because I want Moo Moo to take some rounds. Like, I feel like there's huge potential here, but it's just unfortunate circumstances that they're meeting. I mean, the aggression on MRB's side is just infallible. Like, they don't lose, and so they're able to just keep pestering them.
That is for sure. And we're going to try and see a little switch up here. This is the aggressive play onto A site. Hunter's Fury manages to tag a few teammates, picking those up. And just like that, one remaining for MRB. And that Spike is going down.
Spike planted.
Yeah, this is looking like a good round for Team Moo Moo. Flowerful is just kind of flushed out, and they know where she is, so...
Oh, she's going to opt for that lockdown here. Trying to see if she can find one. Misses a bit on that spray. Will finally close it out. But that Spike is ticking away. She's going to have to tap it and face her doppelganger's utility on top. They're not going to give it to her. They want this. And eventually, her mirror image taking her out. A point on the board. Much needed, Team Moo Moo.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good round for Team Moo Moo at the beginning, but once Flowerful started getting those frags at the end, that's a huge hit to their economy, but it doesn't matter because apparently we're at the half. I was not we're at the half, and so 11-1. They are defender side now, so maybe they could take a bit more rounds. I mean, they have KJ, so they can have a strong B hold at least.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's where this is going to head towards.
Yeah. Do you see any concern because of the lineup that Moon Raccoon's Black have opted? They are running 3 duelists, which is ideal for this side here. But Maddie, her aggression will pay off, finds Flowerful's head. She'll fall back. That's a lot of information for her as well.
That was a very quick peek and a fruitful one at that. So now they are going to get rotates coming in. Or not?
It's a little fake out here, but Paranoia trying to open up the site. They can't really push their way through. There's still a little bit of hesitation here from all of that utility, but Lori will find one, even things out here, 4v4. But Spike is still in play. Chicken will connect. Finds 2 for herself, but Alita and Cho grabs themselves 1. They will get this round in the diffuse 11-2.
Yeah, that's a good pistol
Team
round
Moo Moo.
for them. I think the retake was just very clean on that part. I mean, only losing 1 player and at the beginning at that, she even got the quick pick to get the information. It was just very well played. And so now they will be able to afford some weaponry to kind of try and take a little bit more of an advantage, but they are going to be meeting aggression on the other side too. And so all teams are forcing...
Oh.
Yeah, this is interesting. And I think this is the right play on both parts too, because it's like you're going to be meeting the same guns. If you take that advantage, you get the economic advantage, and that is what you want to bring you to at least a bit of a more advantageous standpoint.
Yeah. Looks like they kind of want to do the same thing. All 5 of Moon Raccoon's Black postured outside of B site. They do have that teleports, but no, they will satchel themselves through, get themselves on the flank, but Panini will be the one to open things up, taking out Maddie, but the rest of Moo Moo already rotating over, but it is going to be a little bit tough. It is a 3v5, but half of MRB's roster sitting at very little health here. They are taking bodies out. That spike, they tapping it, not sticking.
Player standing.
Diana just cleaning up here.
Enemy remaining.
Oh my god,
Whoa.
4 for Cho. Does she know where she is? Oh, she's looking the wrong way. Oh,
no.
that feels so close, but no cigar. Diana closes out that round. Will put match point for Moon Raccoons.
Yeah, and that was such a quick execute on the Moon Raccoons. And so I'm wondering if Moo Moo can kind of get a read on the fact that they kind of just try and storm a site and try and back off a little bit so that they can't get such a, I guess, secure post plant where it's a disadvantage for Moo Moo. You know, kind of give them a little bit of control of site, but only to get the backup that they need.
Yeah, and they're switching things up again here. Moon Raccoons Black, they are postured outside of A. Lots of pings coming out. This is where they want to make their final battle, perhaps. But Paranoia opens up the round, will find a couple, and Cho tries to slow things down, will pick off Karuna, but they'll get traded out. Maid will take Spike down before being removed, and just like that, it's a 2v3. And Diana, no Spike control just yet. They'll get it down, they'll get that plant.
Yep. So now it's a 2v3 situation. Oh, and the Bucky.
With very little HP to their name, and they need to get onto site. That has to be very frustrating. Look at this crossfire.
Yep, they're leaving no room for any kind of fight advantage. They are not taking their enemies lightly.
One enemy remaining.
Yep, just like that, Diana.
Win.
Triple kill and a win. Map 1 goes to Moon Raccoons Black. Wow.
Yeah, that was a very good performance on MRB's part. On Moo Moo's pick of bind, nonetheless. But we do have a new map coming up for Moon Raccoon's Black pick, which is Icebox, surprisingly. And so hopefully Moo Moo can try and take that map pick, you know, kind of switcheroo that for the home